Hello and welcome back to ReZero. This is season 3, episode 3. So, the first 2 episodes of this season have been brilliant. Really good. I love this anime season. And by anime season, I mean like the season of all of the anime coming out right now. It's so good, man. Like, getting to watch, like, some really great episodes of My Hero Academia and Dan Dan and Blue Box and this show. Like, we just got some really brilliant stuff right now. It's a truly special time, and I don't want to take it for granted. But yeah, this show has been so good so far, and I can't wait to see episode 3 to see what happens. I believe the last thing that happened was Greed showed up, right? And sort of like snatched up Emilia. So that's scary, because he's a scary dude. He's quite terrifying. I mean, I was already terrified of Wrath, but I think Greed, he's a different kind of scary, you know? Like, it's almost like Wrath, I feel like she doesn't really know what she's like crazy scary, and Greed is like almost more measured scary. Like, he's trying to be scary, and Wrath is actually she just ends up being scary. That's how I feel about it anyway. But yeah, anyway, let's just get into the episode and see what happens. Make sure to support the video if you can. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that stuff helps me out a lot. And if you want to get extra content, guess what? The full-length versions are on my Patreon account down in the description below. And you can also get so much extra content on there for both this channel and my Jent Watches One Piece channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into this Season 3, Episode 3 of ReZero. Don't you hurt her. Oh, I mean, he's not gonna hurt her because of that. Oh my god. The Sin archbishops are so... Their little speeches are so insane. I kind of like that Subaru went along with that though. Oh my god. Okay, was that a death? I feel like Subaru is not gonna die for a while now. I think this is the loop we're sticking with, because he captured Emilia, and that's what's happening in the OP. Well, Otto's just having a great time. He's just hanging out. Oh, gluttony. Oh my gosh. His outfit is ridiculous. Oh! Jesus! You're not gonna eat Otto, are ya? Oh, that's cool as shit. Are we gonna have Greed and Wrath fighting? Yeah, that's kinda the realization I'm having. No, I don't care about Tina. I'm gonna get Emilia back. Damn. Oh! I'm scared, Subaru. Oh, he cleared Shamak. Whoa! What the fuck? Huh? And now he's using this. I forgot he could do this, but yes, he learned to do that in season 2. To control the invisible hands. You didn't even know her name. I mean, she's pretty, yeah. Oh my gosh. Whoa, yeah. Where's Tina? Oh, because of the invisible hand? Is that why she's saying that? Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my god, that's horrifying. Oh, throwing it on a kid. Oh my god, her emotions switch so quickly. Oh. Oh my god. It's actually lucky that Green's here, honestly. Because he's gonna protect Emilia. What? Oh my gosh. Oh! Oh! Jesus! Oh, and everyone's... Man, this is so fucked up in so many ways. Everything that's happening. Oh my god. I mean, please just cut his head off. It's so sad to say, but everything's bad. Oh, I forgot about your mum stuff. Okay, okay. Oh. But she just knew, yeah. Did you not tell her? Can't you send them home? Oh, hey, man. Gorgeous tiger? Oh, right, yeah. Gorgeous tiger is such a weird nickname to give him. Every time they show Elsa for a second, I freak out. There's just been too much traumatizing stuff with Elsa in this show so far that when she shows up, I'm like, oh shit, she's here. Hello, sir. This guy seems like a nice guy. Licia. Is there more to the truth than that? Oh. Right. Jeez. I don't think he's gonna tell him. But I want them to. Oh. This is very sad. Oh. I'm sad, but also it's cute. Like, I might be crying right now if it weren't for the fact that I watched 2 things before this that made me cry. I'm empty with tears. Oh. I like this little friendship. It's so cute. Oh my god. Oh. People don't give this man enough hugs. Oh, the voice actor's doing really well. Jeez, man, this show going from like really, really fucked up, scary action to that. Damn. We have stuff in common. Oh, cute little pet. What's in that? I guess it looks good. Worthless meat scraps. Excuse me? What? Who? Hang on. What's going on? Wow, we're getting so many Sin Archbishops. Oh! Felix! What the fuck's wrong with you? Okay, but there's better ways to say that. I forgot how good a healer he is. Aww. But we don't know what happened to Tina, right? But you're injured! Yeah. Aww.
ここを仕切ってるキリタカさんがプリステラの10人会都市で一
Council
番
of
偉い
10.
10人の一人
Okay.
だって理由やスバル様が遭遇したのは魔女系の
Yeah. Pretty sure. Multiple.
やはりあの放送は事実と考えて間違いなさそうですが、それに加えて4つの制御塔が奪われたことは間
Oh
違いない。
my gosh, this is getting fucking dangerous.
記憶の滞在司教
記憶
Nope, it's another one.
はい
So we know there's at least 4
カペ
here.
ラエメラダ
2名の滞在司教町の人たちに混乱は
Do any of you know about Gluttony being there? Did they get any
混乱は
reports?
驚くほど抑えられ
よ 都市を水没させて魔女を滅ぼしたその
Damn.
魔女の遺骨が今も言うてな
Okay.
ゴージャスタイガーさん私の子供たちを見かけませんでしたか
Oh no.
朝早くから遊びに出かけてしまって二人とも避難所に
Oh no.
あんたの子供と旦那は俺様が
Oh yeah, I'll get him back. Oh my gosh, gorgeous tiger. Damn, I mean these episodes go by very quickly because I guess because they just have so much lore back to back to back. Very cool. So wow, this is really like a season of the archbishops, you know, because I thought like, and forgive me while I brush my hair a bit, but I thought that that the thing was this season was going to be, you know, they introduce us to Wrath and we get like Greed coming back, right? And that's like the two archbishops that we would be focusing on, because it just seemed like in my mind it's like, okay, well we know Greed already, so you have like one villain that has that we have history with kind of, and then you have another villain that's like completely new and almost out of nowhere, except for the fact that we know that, you know, we know who archbishops are, so so it's not out of nowhere, but you know, just a character that just like appears. But no, I mean, it feels like it's a real like Sin Archbishop everything, because we now have Greed, Wrath, Gluttony, and Lust are at least all in the city. Now, Petelgeuse was Sloth, so Sloth isn't going to be here, and I think there's no Pride. I think. So that leaves let's see, Sloth, Wrath, Greed, Gluttony. Did I say Lust? I can't remember. Pride. What's the sin that I haven't thought of yet? I just give me a second. Envy. I just realized Envy is the one. So and that would make sense if so. Maybe Envy's not gonna show up, because I feel like Envy could be something you save to the very end, because of its importance in this series, like how important Envy is to this series, I think. So So yeah, I feel like it's possible the Sin Archbishop of Envy could show up, but I think it's gonna be these 4 Sin Archbishops. I think that makes sense. And didn't they say that there's 4 towers or whatever, so they've taken over like the 4 towers? But yeah, regardless, I think what's interesting is like this episode started with Greed and Wrath like arguing and not like them kind of attacking each other, to which Subaru was like, they're not on the same side, which is interesting because here's what I thought like they'd be technically on the same side, but I did expect them to argue with each other and not have lots of disagreements for sure, because just their personalities are so wild and extreme that it makes a lot of sense that they disagree on a lot of shit. So I did think, you know, it's very possible for them to just like argue and have disagreements and fight each other and stuff. But it did seem like from those conversations, or from that conversation, that they're just straight up not on the same side at all, maybe. So I guess we'll see. Like maybe they just won't be working together and we just have to take them down one at a time, or like use them to take each other down. Because it does seem like for example, Wrath, it takes me a second sometimes, but Wrath was like angry and wanted to kill Emilia because of like Subaru's connection to her, and Greed wants Emilia to stay alive because he thinks she's pretty and wants to marry her. And so if Wrath goes after Greed, there's like the risk of like, if Wrath wins, then we're kind of fucked, because then Wrath would kill Greed and that's good, but then she would also kill Emilia in the same breath, essentially. So actually what you'd want to happen there is for Greed to win and kill Wrath, and then that's handled. But then again, we saw Reinhard killing Wrath beforehand, and it kills all the people as well. So it's like killing, like, and it's not like Greed would be careful about not killing civilians. So Greed would just kill her even if it meant killing, you know, most of the people in the town, because he doesn't give a fuck about that. So maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know what the... This is the thing about ReZero. Something they're really good at is setting up these solutions where it seems like there's nothing that you can possibly do. Like ReZero has done this many times. It did it with the White Whale. It did it with the Emilia, you know, distrusting Subaru situation. It did it with like trying to save Emilia at the end. It did it with Sloth, trying to like overcome Sloth. And then all of season 2 is just like one big puzzle that seems impossible to solve. It makes me think, and I was thinking this last episode, but like it feels like it would be such a cool video game to play this. But then I also thought last episode, when I thought that's basically what Deathloop is. If you haven't played Deathloop, it is a game, and I want to replay it as well because I did really enjoy it. But Deathloop is essentially like a game where you're trying to... There's a time loop that's happening, and my eye is so itchy. I'm sorry about that. But there's a time loop that's happening, and it's going on, and everyone like in the city like knows about the time loop, I think, and it's like kind of an accepted thing. But because of this time loop, there's like... And this is based on my memory of what the hell the game is, but there's a bunch of people who are sort of like in charge of the time loop, and they are keeping the time loop going, and it basically keeps them immortal and doing whatever they need to do, right? And the game is essentially like, you want to break out of the time loop. You want to stop the time loop from happening. But the only way to stop it, I believe, is to kill all of the people. I don't know how many people are. Let's say 8 people, right? You have to kill all 8 of the people. But they're all around the city in different places and in their own little, like, doing their own stuff, right? And you have to kill all 8 of them. But if you don't do it by the end of the day, then the day restarts. The time loop happens again. And so the point of the game is you're supposed to kill all of them before the day the time loop is finished, and you have to do it all in one loop. But also the trick is, like, there's, you know, some of them, if you do it at a certain time of day, it fucks with something somewhere else. And so, like, you might do it in a certain way, and then you go, oh shit, but then I can't kill this person, because if this person dies, then this person finds out and does this or whatever, you know? And so you actually have to, like, figure out, there's like puzzles essentially that you have to figure out the order that you kill them and how you can kill them most effectively, and you do this over and over again. It was a really, really cool game. I remember having a great time with it, and I want to replay it at some point, and because I can't remember how any of it worked, but I think it would be really cool to re-experience that story. And there's also like a thing where it's like there's a woman that's hunting you down the entire time, and she's just trying to kill you to stop you from doing stuff to the loop or whatever. But it's also like a multiplayer game, kind of, because random people can jump in the world and be playing as that hunter, and then they're like hunting you down. It's kind of cool. It's a cool game. So I recommend it if you like ReZero and you like this idea of like just trying to solve a time loop puzzle. It was a really cool game. But yeah, anyway, like, I think that sort of game, but in the ReZero universe, I think would be very cool. But also, I don't know, I feel like there's not many anime games that really pull off that sort of feeling. Like, it's really difficult. Most anime games that come out just end up being like, you know, arena fighting games or 2D fighting games or weird, like, cheap whatever kinds of games, you know. But I really want to experience the like more anime games that actually try to do something similar to the anime, you know, like they put a lot of budget into it and do it, but no games fucking do it anymore, or ever really. No games have really ever done that for anime extensively, I don't think. Yeah, I liked all the Garfield stuff this episode. I mean, it was just very sad, and I want him to protect his mother and make her happy, and then I can't wait for whenever they have a proper reunion and she finds out about it and stuff. That's gonna be amazing. And I'm curious about Lust. I mean, we only really heard the voice and the name of Lust, and I think we saw a bit of her mouth or whatever, but I don't know. She sounded like she's, you know, like a younger looking character, because she had the like cutesy voice to her. So I wonder what her character design is going to be like, because, you know, you have different approaches you could take. I feel like ReZero has pretty unique approaches to these different sins. Like, you know, I feel like Petelgeuse with Sloth, like, I wouldn't have looked at him and gone, oh, that's Sloth right there. But then the way he represents Sloth is kind of interesting, you know? And so, yeah, like, I would be curious to see. Because, I mean, if you look at something like Full Metal Alchemist, which also has the sins, then, like, it feels like it makes sense. Like, Lust is a beautiful woman that you would lust over, right? So it makes a lot of sense. If you look at Seven Deadly Sins, and man, it's been a while since I watched that. Who was Lust in Seven Deadly Sins? I have someone in my head, but I don't remember if that is the person who was Lust. Seven Deadly Sins anime Lust. Oh no, Lust was Gotha. That's right. So Lust was like was a sort of androgynous looking character. So interesting. I feel like that's a pretty unique take on Lust in Seven Deadly Sins, even though I don't love that show other than Deanne is perfect. But I kind of stopped with that show after season 2 or something, and because I just wasn't really enjoying it anymore. But yeah, anyway, like that, I think it's interesting when different shows have their own versions of, like, this is what the Seven Deadly Sins, these are the representations of them, like, to see how different authors interpret those sins. But anything else that I want to talk about? I'm looking. Nope. I think not. I think we're good with that. So that is ReZero Season 3, Episode 3. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can. Liking, commenting, and subscribing. And go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction, early access, and exclusive videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.